ladies and gentlemen, we're back. We're going to head into Kawaii Rice versus J Echo. Right now, Terran versus Zerg map will be Antigua Shipyard, so let's go on and head over there, cats.
Yeah, let's go to Antigua Shipyard.
Alright, so let's go into game, and we are just about ready to go. What are we waiting on? Alright, so we're just readying up. Again, Kawaii Rice, I think his specialty is TVZ ever since StarCraft 1 days. I don't know if you ever played him in StarCraft 1. He's a freaking beast. He got into like A- easily with just his Terran vs. Zerg alone. Like, the guy is just a complete beast at TVZ, and he's carried that over because a lot of the fundamentals actually stand true in TVZ
like make Marine.
Yeah, playing Marines. But this time, instead of medics, it's medevacs.
Yeah. But, yeah. Did Kawaii play the mech style on Brewer at all, or no?
No, never.
Good.
Never.
Never has he ever.
Do you know why he just likes microing Marines? His split is freaking ridiculous. I don't know if you ever...
It's fun, micro Marines, man.
It's not bad.
Probably the most fun ever is to micro Marines.
Microing Mutos do better. StarCraft 1 style.
That's fun.
That is a lot of fun.
But micro Marines, so much fun. Hey, are you gonna move your camera, dude?
No, man. I always keep it on for a while.
Oh, why?
Because I'm lazy.
Oh. So we have J Echo doing a extractor trick, probably a misstep. Probably just drawn up to 10 and had to do the extractor trick. But I think it's common knowledge. 9 Overlord is better, slightly.
By a couple minerals?
By a
7 or 8 or something like that?
Yep. Quite literally by a couple of minerals. And yeah. I mean, everything pretty standard so far. The important thing here is to note if Kawaii Rice is going to take a gas or not. J Echo is more than likely going to go for a 15 hatch, and that's the most standard thing ever. Now he might drop a 15 or a 16 or even a 17 pool. But we need to see if Kawaii Rice is going to get a gas or not. And that's the main thing. It doesn't look that way. So we're going to see a 1 Rex expand.
Yeah, and I like this type of build. You know, you can still get Red Flame Hellions, you can go Reactor Hellions beforehand, but how the current metagame style is set up is that Zergs need to prepare against Red Flame Hellions. It's just what they always do, what Terrans always do. So you might see Spine Crawlers, you might see extra defense, you might see Hellions or Zerglings, an overproduction of Zerglings, things like that. But of course, Kawaii Rice not even going to do that, just going to sidestep it completely. There's going to be a lot of indirect damage being done to the economy of J Echo.
How so?
He's going to be not focusing on drones.
Why?
Because he's going to be defending a theoretical Hellion. Red Flame Hellion.
Oh. Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's...
You agree or disagree?
To some extent. He has to think right now it's either a red factory or what Kawaii is doing, you know, so
sure.
He is getting the gas pretty fast. And that's something that we saw he did last time, so I don't know. I don't really overcommit against Hellions at all.
No, it's not overcommitting, it's just not being optimal against a build like Gasless Fast Expansion. Like, if you knew that your opponent was doing Gasless Fast Expansion...
Okay, so that's fine. That's fine is definitely, yeah, something that he wouldn't do against a Gasless Fast Expand. So I see a point there, but...
Or this Creep Tumor, even.
No, absolutely not. No, you absolutely need that creep as soon as possible.
Really?
I think so. I think the creep.
Even if you're going up against Gasless Fast Expansion?
Sure. You want the creep to be spread anyways.
Okay.
I mean, you want to. I mean, it's theoretically even if he's going for a Gasless Fast Expansion, Hellions will eventually get there. By now he knows that it's a Gasless Fast Expansion because he sees no Hellions yet, or Reaper. So Yeah, I mean, still having the creep down the ramp as opposed to contained up your ramp is already kind of a win. You know, like you need that creep as early as possible.
For sure.
Oh, shizzle.
I'll take
now,
it.
I don't like the second creep tour at all by J Echo, the one in his main. Completely unnecessary. He could have just placed one creep tumor closer to his ramp, and it would have done the same this creep tumor is doing, and it would have connected both bases as well.
Interesting, the note. Now, oh, looks like he's going to be just expanding it to the middle. Not a big deal, but no, I understand what you're saying. He's actually gotten a third queen. At this point, it was interesting. QuiRice actually took off SCVs from the gas, and then just now put it back on. He is going for Red Flame Hellions just to try to take some map control. He has no indication of what his opponent is doing, other than it's not a fast third. There are definitely a lot of options that could happen for J Echo.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, I like that QuiRice has an SCV at the third, since he wasn't able to get the Hellions out there a lot faster. He nice cancel on that creep tumor. And yeah, everything is playing pretty normal still. I don't think either player has an advantage right now.
I agree. QuiRice is going for the bio-heavy type of style. That's something
Wow,
that
I
we
love
do
that
expect.
play. I love that. Look at that. Look at that Evo eBay block at the third. That's so smart.
Oh.
That's so smart, because it's not just gonna delay the third, but it's also gonna tell him exactly when he's taking it.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's
And it has to, I mean, he has to commit Zerglings out there as well, and it gives opportunity for his Hellions to actually do some damage. So there's a lot of things. It gives away Zergling count, just little indications for QuiRice to know exactly what his opponent is doing.
Yeah,
I have to 100% agree with you. I love this eBay.
Yeah, absolutely. And Jago is no saturated pretty much in two bases, so he has to start making just Zerglings here in a second. I like the Baneling Nest. I love the double upgrades. It looks like an Infestor build, but I don't think so because of the Baneling Nest. So it's just gonna be kind of like a Muta build with not a lot of harassment. Probably gonna cut down the Mutas a lot, and just transition faster maybe into Infestors.
I don't know if I love that build, this build as much by J Echo. And the reason is because I think it's really important to get map control with those Mutas as early as possible. Because if you give map control to a Terran,
nice job with
QuiRice will be okay. You're just consistently kiting these Zerglings. And nice flame!
Really. Yeah, it's all about the positioning when you're going with Hellions against Zerglings. You want to go behind those minerals, you want to get stuck in between stuff.
Oh my god, that was probably the best possible engagement you could have had. Looks like the Hellions will run away, and it gives enough time for that drone to go over. But what I was saying, I mean, not having the mutas for so long, it is 10 minutes right now. This is when like the more the faster type of mutas would come out. But you know, normally they come out around 11, especially for this type of macro hatch. It would come 12, 13. There's not really any capabilities for him to do that. That's going to give QuiRice the ability to take a very fast third and situate himself without having to take turrets or things like that. I mean, you see a turret here and there, but he's not going to have to mass turrets. He's not going to have to defend against anything like that. There's not a lot of indirect damage that the Zerg is doing. And when you let a Terran just sit in macro, especially QuiRice, it's going to be an intense push off of 3 base. Yeah,
absolutely. But actually, J Echo didn't go mutas at all. He's just going for Infestors, which is a little bit weird. You don't usually see Infestors and Banelings, especially Banelings with speed. You know, because they kind of both serve the exact or very similar purposes.
Yes.
So he's gonna be mineral dumping or gas dumping into an army that's gonna be harder to control, and it's gonna just be spending more minerals or more gas every time. So I don't know, it's a little bit weird. Maybe he doesn't plan on using the Banelings unless he absolutely has to or something like that. But you know, if you fungal a clump of Marines for your Banelings to go in, why not just fungal it twice? I don't know.
No, I agree with you, and this is something we actually talked about in like the beta. I remember, actually specifically with you, CatZ, And I actually asked you why you don't like going banelings with Zerglings, and you said that exact reason. And I think it holds true completely.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's counterproductive. I mean, when you have Infestor Ultra Baneling, that's a lot different, you know, because Ultras and Banelings can do a lot more burst damage, like when with Infestor just holding units in place. Nice fun.
Yes, I agree. But again, Zerglings aren't really burst damage type units, so overall,
they're just
a couple of trades in the middle, nothing too big. He's taking the gold expansion. What do you think about that?
I don't like it.
I disagree with
that he's in a decent spot to do it. I mean, Kawaii Rice is starting on his next orbital command though. But yeah, the gold expansion for a Zerg is really risky. Kawaii Rice sees it too, or should see it, I think. Let's see. So yeah, Kawaii Rice is fully aware of it, so he's just gonna siege here, and yeah, I mean, he's never gonna mine from that expansion. But like, it's, you know, like if he mines from that expansion, it's because he's already won the game and breaking Kawaii Rice's positioning.
Yep, Zerg going to run through on the bottom area over here. Marines are going to clean it up, but they take out one tank, two tanks actually.
Oh,
wow.
Wow.
4 hit points. Just one more shot. Oh, wow. And look at that, just mass expansions on the bottom right-hand corner by J-Echo. But with the center control, I think it's very accessible to actually go and kill that. In the meantime, Ultralisk Cavern has been already completed, and J-Echo could very easily make some ultras.
Yeah, absolutely. There's one thing that I don't like about J-Echo's play is he seems to always go for the same composition and start with ultras and maybe later transitions for alerts. I don't think he's playing the map very well in general. Like taking the gold and just going ultras, I think Birdlurts would have been the much better option in this map, even on 3 base. Like his creep spread was decent enough towards the middle, but you know, you need those siege units to take control of the middle and like prevent the Terran from mining.
Exactly.
Like the Terran is preventing him from mining, and ultras are not gonna do that. I mean, ultras are gonna try to bust this, and if it doesn't work, it's gonna be game.
Oh. Infestor's actually being targeted by the siege tanks, and wow, he just lost almost every single one of his Infestors. Yeah. He cancels the Planetary Fortress and lifts it up, and now every single Zergling and Infested Terran looks like it's going to go down.
Yeah,
great play by...
Very nice by Kawaii. Yeah, it's not looking good at all for J-Echo.
No.
I mean, again, if he had the Bridlords, you know, he could take control of the middle, and with that, he would do the exact same thing that Kawaii is doing. Like, yeah. I don't know, like in my game, that's what I did. And I was behind, and then I took control of the middle and kind of shifted the game around.
Marines obviously going to fall to their death, but not without taking out a ton of Zerglings. For now, Kawaii Rice has center control. Looks like a little drop coming in here on the main. 2 Infestors are going to run forward. One of them dies, the only one that actually had more energy.
Yeah.
A decent trade, I think, for Kawaii Rice at this point, given the current economic state of each of these opponents. I think trades like that are definitely advantageous for him, for Kawaii Rice. Now that
yeah, any sort of trade is good for Kawaii Rice, that's for sure. Like he could trade. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm filling.
I was gonna say he could almost trade like in a 2-to-1 ratio and be fine. He's mining the gold. He's making another orbital command. And you know, Terran units are just so cost efficient. Besides, he has such a nice siege line. Like that's gonna be so hard to break. And again, like the only thing that I think J-Echo could have done here is Bridlords, and that would destroy the siege line. But as is, well, Hatchery barely survived. That's crazy. As is, I can't think of many ways that J-Echo can come back into this.
Yeah, J-Echo is in a lot of trouble at this point. Looks like another command center is going to head on over to the bottom right-hand side, but he's going to see everything. A bunch of command centers actually being produced in the middle of the map. I would love Kawaii Rice to actually take the Planetary Fortress at the other gold and split it, but no, he's actually going to push on.
Oh, that'd be so nice. Yeah, it would be really nice if he could take the other gold and split the map in half like that. That'd be really cute.
Split the map, stop his opponent from going to the left-hand side. All he has to do is actually focus on the bottom right. Instead, Kawaii Rice is trying to just... This is just engagements. He's not actually trying to attack the main. He doesn't actually think anything's going to come of it, I don't think. But what he's trying to do is just say, hey, come on, I'm maxed. I want to fight right now. I have a great army composition. Let's do it.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a mistake by Koirace.
I agree.
Before fighting like this, I don't think the fight is bad in itself, but he needs to throw down a ton of production facilities right now if he's gonna engage like this. He needs to throw down, like, spend every single penny he has on production facilities because he has the economy to support anything after this.
EMPs go off, and it looks like he's actually... Oh, Infestor's going to be taking over some of these siege tanks, but there's just so many units for Koirace. Koirace is going to get a massive advantage from this trade. He's going to unsiege. It looks like additional units coming from the bottom. Fungal Growth goes off on the siege tanks, but it's not going to be that much. Infestor goes down, and that's going to be an even trade for both these players.
Yeah,
However... Go ahead.
Okay, let's say really fast, like, Koirace barely won that engagement. Had he lost decisively, say like two burrowed banelings could have turned the tide there, like, you know. So had he lost a little bit more decisively, he would have been risking losing his gold. He would have been risking losing his third and the game shifting around. That's why I was saying, like, he needs to add a ton of production facilities before doing that again. Yeah,
well, currently it looks like, wow, that's so much gas that's saved up for JFO actually. He's just about 2,000. That is absolutely insane. I'm actually kind of curious on why he's doing that. But it looks like J-Echo is actually solidifying his bottom right-hand position.
Yeah, absolutely. I love his positioning of units.
Yeah, he's doing a great job, man.
Yeah,
Drop yet again.
Go ahead.
No, drop yet again. It's going to be cleaned up this time around by... No! Oh, there's no more fungals. Okay. Infested Terran are going to pop out, probably start attacking that one command center. But as I said before, I would love Koirace to retake that center control and then go for that gold expansion. Then he could just focus on the bottom left. There's no reason to be attacking the main at this point on. Just play the War of Attrition and you know, play it intelligently. That's the most... that's probably the hardest thing to do in StarCraft, though. Like, know what you're doing with your army. You know, a lot of players don't know what to do with it once they amass it. They just want engagements.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, this is the right call by Kawhi here. Just positioning himself to cut reinforcements. Maybe he should have the siege line go a little bit further behind to the PF. He's had two command centers floating for the longest time as well. But yeah, this is exactly what he needs to be doing right now. Just sending small groups of Marines to clean up. Those are really hard to deal with. It's really hard to trade efficiently against those, especially when there's such a nice siege line behind it.
Excuse me. Sorry about that.
So he's doing the same. Look, he's dropping he's dropping on the cliff as well with a few Marines. He just needs to do this like small pressure. Wow, this is the stupidest. I'm sorry.
The mutas,
this
right?
is the stupidest switch. Yeah, that's the stupidest switch I've ever seen.
You want to go in Y, or you want me to do it?
You can do it.
Upgrades. I mean, there you go.
Yeah, he has 0 upgrades on the mutas. Like, sure, they can be unexpected, but there's still Marines and Ghosts out. If you have, like, look at how much gas he has. Why not just go Britloots? And, you know?
Yep.
Like, there's so many tanks already out. What are the mutas supposed to do here? I have no idea.
They don't counter anything. The core unit in the Terran army is the Marine, so going something like a muta switch is just kind of out of place. And oh my, okay, I thought we were having nukes or something, but 2 Ghosts are going to go to the top middle position, do something. Ghosts actually take out that one hatchery in the bottom right-hand corner. And Cloak goes just ravaging the base. Oh, watch out, Spine Crawler! Now, Koirace could be getting drones. But he was going for the Spine Crawler, now finally retargeting on the drones. I just missing Koirace a little bit there. But overall, Koirace, a massive lead.
Yeah, absolutely. There's nothing that Jayako can do from here. I can't believe he wasted so much money in mutas. Like, they're not units that you want to engage with. You know, they're not like necessarily fighting units. Sure, if you have a ton of lings and mainlings, you can focus down tanks and whatnot during the fight. Oh, but like that was way past it. He's already at high perk.
22 kills on both of these Ghosts.
Yes. 23, 22, yep.
Holy crap, man. They are commanders indeed. These are like heroes. GG.
Yeah, that's gonna be good.
Kawhi Rice gonna take it.
Indeed.
So, Cats, we got a score of 2-3. No, 2-2. 2-2? 2-2.
2-2, yeah.
2-2. Score of 2-2. Kawhi Rice is the one to take out Jay Echo and stop his endless onslaught. We saw it yesterday. Jay Echo just smashed Nerds in 2. Today, he was smashing both Binsky and Picnic, but ultimately Kawhi Rice, I think the powerhouse of the the Team Light team, was able to overcome this tough adversary. But still, I love that game. I think it was really well thought out by Kawhi Rice. You could definitely tell that Kawhi Rice has a very well put together TVZ. Little misstep, I think your production thing that you were talking about, not making the associate production. We saw him skyrocket in minerals and gas. That was pretty tough on Kawhi Rice. He could have lost that very easily. But overall, a really, really nice game. Anyway,
yeah, he already had a huge lead. Props to Jago. Yeah. That was less.
Dude, Jago, like, he still lost that, but he's so good, man.
We casted like 5 wins in a row from him. That was and 5 solid wins.
I'm
wasn't like anything cheesy or anything.
I have to plug him real quick because I know he streams, and he said it's really hard to get viewers. Please go watch this guy. I believe it's Jay Echo. Actually, can you guys is it on chat? I think it's Jay Echo, just twitch.tv/Jay Echo. Go check him out. He's obviously a very talented Zerg, and he deserves a lot more credit than really that he's been getting on a stream. So go check him out. But we're going to run to a quick commercial break. We'll be back with a continuation of Infinity 7 against Team Light. Stay tuned, everyone.